All right, here's part 2 to get it all running. I'm gonna go into here and make sure that our is all plugged in. You might be able to see. We're gonna go with speaker out. And now it's gonna switch over when we press play. You're not gonna hear anything. Alrighty, and that's good, because now we have signal on Pandora left and right. I'm gonna switch this over to 1x zoom. There we go. So this is our digital mixing rack. We've got keys, synth, Ed's guitar, my vocals, etc., all the way down the list. And that'll take care of everything. And now that is part of our first tab, our channels tab. Now the other thing to take notice to is our, let me set this down here, will be our main channel / DCA. So this will be able to tell us if we're getting any sound at all. So this mutes everything. This is the left and right output, our stereo output. So now that we're back to channel, so you really only need to mess with mains and channel. So this is all 16 that we need. So you see we've got sound coming out of Pandora. So this is a left and right signal. These are chained together, so I can unmute it. And you might notice, you hear it in the background. And that's how you can control those. So I just want to mute those again. Those can keep playing. I usually let those play for the entire service. I just mute it and fade it out as we go, so that the moment that the service is over, I bring it from 0, unmute it, and slowly bring it back up for people. One key thing to remember though is make sure that you've ended the stream, because we cannot play copyrighted music over live stream. We do not have that license for that. So, as we come over here, you might notice we have a couple of floor monitors. That one's hiding. It's behind there in the corner. I should probably move. We've got 3 and 4. Now what this is those relate to these buses, which are our monitors. So 1 is gonna be in the left corner over there. That's 2. And then 3 and 4, because we only have enough preamps for 3 speakers, 3 takes care of it for both number 3 and 4. So essentially what I'm getting at is that these monitors are separate mixes from the main mixes of what you want to send into each monitor. So if, for example, bus mix 1, which is the one by the piano, only has keys, synth, my guitar, nothing really else. Now if we go to mix 2, which is right over there, then you'll notice we have a lot more vocals. My guitar, my vocal, Marcus's vocal, Deanne's, and Gina's. So, and then we get to 3, this is my mix here on the floor by me. So each one of these is an individual mix per individual monitor. So if I go back to, if I just press bus again, it'll take me back to all the original channels. I believe that's gonna be it for the, nope, never mind. Actually, I can go into individual channels. So if you click here at the top of each individual channel, you'll see that gets you into 3 different things. You've got your gain, which is your initial volume. The fader essentially goes from 0% up to a natural 100%, and it can push to 110%. But the gain stage is the original volume, and then the fader just pushes up that percentage essentially. And then we have our EQ, which this is our low end, this is our mids, this is our highs, this is the boomy part, this is the muddy part, this is the harsh kind of sibilance, this is where your STs and your fricatives live, so your f's and stuff like that, from about 2K to 5K in this territory. That's why I kind of cut them out. Oh, this is on a keyboard, and then this is your air territory. So I'm just gonna continue to press this, and now we're on the synth. Now we're on Ed's guitar, my vocal. So you'll see this pretty commonly for vocals, where I've diffed a lot of the lows around 100 hertz, because there's nothing going on down there. A little dip here because it gets a little muddy, and then I push the highs for some air, for some presence. And then if you have some resonance going on, you can do a little dip there, and you can just move these guys around, and you can pinch them, etc. So I'm gonna leave that one, push that one back. The one other thing is if you ever need to go back, there is that little button here in the corner. I'll just take you back to the mains. But let's go ahead and talk about compression real quick. So compression is essentially a little limiter that when you go too hot or too high in volume, once you cross this threshold, instead of going straight linearly, instead of the volume just continue to get louder and louder, it tapers it off at a ratio. And you'll see those ratios here in this corner. I wouldn't particularly worry about messing with any of them, just whether or not you want to slide this down for more compression. Compression makes it kind of sound all glued together, so there's not as much dynamic range. So all the loud stuff gets quieter, and all the quiet stuff can get a little bit louder. And that's really what's helpful about compression. So if you ever find that something's too loud, put a compressor on it, and it'll help it fit back in the mix. All right. Quick look at the channel mix right now. Rick's lapel mic is there on, what's that, channel 13? Yep, nothing in channel 14. And then the Worship Hall computer, that would be there in the corner for videos and stuff like that, are also linked on channels 15 and 16. So if you went ahead and pressed unmute, it would unmute both of them. And you can just go ahead and slide one of them in, it'll take care of both. You don't need to worry about effect sends or anything like that. The bus to do the monitors, and then just back and forth, making sure that the volumes on the main is up and that you're muted when you're all done. All right, that's it.